How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another race analysis with Catch Our Vapors. My name's Jared, and we are in Greenville, South Carolina for the JGR Criterium. This is the last round of 6 of this series. I've never done this course before, and I wanted to come check it out. It is a half-mile oval track with 5 degrees of banking. They used to run various NASCAR series on this track with the likes of Buck Baker, David Pearson, Richard Petty have multiple wins at this track. So for me, I'm a big race fan, whether you like it or not. I had a lot of fun racing this track, and it was really cool seeing all these names in the sidewalls of all the previous winners and previous champions in this series and around this area for NASCAR. Super cool. So we're hopping right into the action. This is the first preem lap. There were multiple preems throughout this whole race. Just to reiterate, since it's the last race of the season, I'm assuming these guys were throwing out all the stops, giving away all the prizes, kind of making sure everything was staying really competitive. And so we're coming up onto this first preem. No one's really doing too much. Here we go. Here's an attack right here. We got Taylor up front, and he's on the wheel of a purple and white super kit. And they go and get that preem. No one really challenging them. A little bit of a surge right here. People trying to catch up, just kind of maintain pace, and then it slows back down. So for me, this happened a lot, and it was super easy right after the start finish line going into turn 2 right here. I could just do 1 or 2 pedal strokes and kind of take this fourth groove, and go all the way around these guys. Super easy. Happened multiple times during the race. And then everyone's regrouping right here, coming down the Dale Earnhardt backstretch. Okay, coming into another preem lap right here, or coming off that same lap, excuse me. If you look, the leaders moved to the far right, kind of almost like up in their 5th groove for cyclists, and just slowed down. I didn't really get why they did that. Here comes Cycling Hoss just plowing through the center, chasing this preem. I feel like that could have been prevented, that kind of cluster of people right there, if the leaders would have stayed a little bit lower. All right, we've got our second preem, maybe a third preem now. I honestly have lost track. There's so much stuff going on. So this is my second lap doing a full pull for the group. If you can tell, the pace is slowed way down. It's like 22, 23 right here. And so I'm willing to, be on the front, do my time, put in my work that I need to. I'm not really pushing the pace too hard. This is a preem lap. I'm checking over my shoulder a little bit to see if anybody's going to go for it, trying to just not get dropped or get snuck up on with an attack. There wasn't much communication going on with other riders. I felt like I was talking to people a lot, letting them know where I was on the track, maybe what people were doing. Right here, I kind of kick it in, going into turn 3, coming out of turn 4, into the straight, thinking, I can do a little effort right here, go get this preem, maybe go home with a little bit of a cash, maybe some discounts on whatever they're giving away. But if you look again, Cycling Hoss comes and snipes me right here at the last second. This guy was all over the preems all night long. I was loving it. I did not feel bad at all about that. Okay, we're at 8 laps to go, cutting ahead in the race. This is the first attack. Gets up to like 27 miles an hour here. Everyone tries to counter it, and then they slow down. And so I just cut hard left, just take this inside line, and I guess people were just unsure what they wanted to do right there. And then wait, okay, I want to go again. And so people are trying to cover this move, trying to catch back up, close the gap. But people go hard right here and leave this whole inside lane open. So me and Supra hop on his wheel. I kind of let him know that I'm there. He's got some help if he needs it, but the pace is pretty consistent, and the leaders aren't doing too much. I think they give an effort right here, and you've got like a 2-rider breakaway. And the guys in P3, P4 are just kind of let this happen. I don't know who the local tanks or the strongmen are here. I only know Taylor, who's up in the black and green primal kit right here on your right. And I know he's pretty fit. He's done this. I think he's done every race this series. Right here, we've got a younger rider that comes up in front of the super kit, and then he just slows down. I don't know if he was covering an attack for somebody, but he like looks down. He's like gonna try hard or something, and he just pulls up. And then almost right here, look, he gets up in the hoods and he's like looking back. I can't remember who's up there, but I'm pretty sure it might be one of his buddies, and he does that. It's super annoying. Right here, I'm talking to these guys. They don't want to work, and so they just peel off right. That younger rider didn't want to pull, so I'm like, forget it, let's go. Coming up on 5 laps to go right here, and do another little bit of a pull. I'm giving an elbow flick right here, trying to do little short pulls. I'm telling people, hey, let's go get him, and no one goes except this guy in the black, and he attacks, which is a great move on him. So he comes around P2 right there. He's going up, trying to catch the leader, and then they go off. So now it's the same thing. It's back to a 2-person breakaway, and no one is wanting to do work really, and so I'm still up off the front doing elbow flicks, trying to get people to go, but obviously, like, I'm not on anybody's team. There's not too many teams out here. I'm just barking at people like, hey, we've got to go catch these guys or they're going to get away, because these laps are so short and fast, and I don't know who's up there. These guys could be the strongest riders in our field. Finally, I yell at these guys enough to work together, and they finally do it. So we bring them back. Everything turned out fine, but it was just super frustrating. Then just everyone was just conserving their own energy and doing that. But again, this is my first time here. Maybe that's the norm for this track. All these like little surges and stuff like that. So here we go, picking up the pace. This is right here when we bring in these 2 leaders that are on the breakaway. We bring them back in, picking up the pace. It's a super fast track. It's super fun, flat, 5 degrees of banking in the corners. And so coming into these last couple laps, I knew I wanted to be on Taylor's wheel. He's probably off this group right here. I think he's like 2nd wheel right now. And I'm trying to fight and get in line and gain the inside lane. Because if you look up the map, we've got the wind. The wind would come directly at us coming off turn 4 right here. And it's that last place you want to be is on the outside. So I kind of skate in, surfing wheels the whole time, take this inside lane. We're going pretty good right here. And if you look, everyone just lets up and coasts to the upper grooves. And I just literally coast, lightly pedaling to the inside lane, and then I'm like, wait, what is going on? And I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing here, because it's 2 laps left. I was like, the pace should be like back up in the 30s right now. And then I realized everybody's waiting on one guy. I forget his name. He's wearing the white kit with the black. You can barely see him in the far right there. He just puts his sunglasses down. He's right here. I can't read what's on his kit, but apparently he's won like the majority of these rounds, and now the pace is picking back up. Oh, they're bumping elbows a little bit, or trying to show some elbows, and it looks like Taylor's wanting that wheel, and this guy in the orange kit isn't letting him have it. Super funny. Coming up on the last lap to go, got a guy on my left, perfect line. He surges, and no one's on his wheel, so I hop right in, take that. I am exactly where I want to be right now. 3rd wheel, going into the Dale Earnhardt backstretch, and all of a sudden the guys kind of just like let up, and we were rolling 33, 34, and then they let up, and I just like decided to put the destiny in my own hands and just go, because I don't know where anyone else is. I'm not sure who's behind me, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to see what I can do here, and kind of eliminate a big bunch sprint really close to the end. If you look right here, I'm 199 heart rate. I am redlining, and that's where I kind of lose it. 40 yards from the finish line, they swarm me like a beehive, and I get P11. Lesson learned, attacked way too soon on that. Did not have the diesel power to make it to the finish, but hey, that's racing. Lesson learned. It was super fun. I really appreciate Jason Griffin putting on this race series. Can't wait for it next season. Let me know in the comments what you think about the video. If you're in the race, what your strategy was. See you guys later.